Hey guys, welcome back to the Country Hobbyist. And today we are standing here in the garden. But before we get into that, I mentioned on Tuesday that maybe some new news, and that news is that I think I'm like this close to have talking Vanessa into doing more recording, kind of on our own and with me in these videos on things that we're doing and stuff that she's doing on her own. So welcome Vanessa to the Country Hobbyist. I don't know the plural version of hobbyist is.
There isn't one,
Okay.
actually. Grammatically speaking, it's not.
So today's video, what we want to do is show our big family garden, and that you don't see any dirt behind us, and we're just using landscaping fabric. We actually use a DeWitt, the 3.2 ounce DeWitt fabric. I've talked about that in the past, but really why we do that and the benefits that it gains.
Mm-hmm.
You might think it's a bit lazy, and to a degree it is, but for us, there's several key benefits as to why we do it. One is time management. We both actually work pretty aggressive full-time jobs. It takes a lot of our time trying to raise 3 kids at the same time, and a lot of other stuff that just doesn't go on film here that we have going on. And this just allows us to really eliminate the weeding aspect of a garden.
Mm-hmm.
But we love the garden and being able to share in the community, love being able to provide for ourselves and our family plenty of things that we can, nice quality products that we can use throughout the winter. One of our favorites is your favorite is
Pasta sauce.
And we've got a video on that you can check out.
Stir fry bags.
Yep, frozen, like stir fry bags we just open up, throw in the skillet and start doing things that can save us some money and time. Okay, so one of the big things that we like about doing this, I said, is the weed saving, and you can kind of see, like, we do have some weeds coming through, but they're only right in the spot that the plant is, and it's just simply like grab and pick and pull it out. This year we're doing something a little bit different with like the green beans. Instead of leaving open spots, I just went ahead and started doing holes every 6 to 8 inches, and really just trying to help eliminate weed pressure with our green beans. The green beans, we're going to stagger them. So I did 2 rows, and then we'll do another additional 2 rows. We took away this year the corn patch out of this garden. We're going to do it somewhere else on the farm, actually, just some area there. I failed miserably last year on growing sweet corn. Just got the weeds got out of control, and really that's just a problem with tilling and not doing a good job of weed control when you're growing stuff like sweet corn.
Mm-hmm.
So that leaves us with a lot of extra room here of things that we can work on. We were able to plant 4 zucchini plants, and if you know anything about growing zucchini, like, that's a stupid amount, so we'll be giving that away. I'm gonna have 3 areas of cucumbers. If you look here, you can see, like, here's our cucumber trellis. So the only thing that holds the trellis in place is 2 5-foot fence posts, and this old fence that came off the farm, we recycled it, is just it's just sitting right on top of this landscape fabric. Now it's got some dirt and stuff that's accumulated, and some grasses growing around it. But you can see that we're paying a little bit of a tribute here to Vanessa's grandpa, little Papaw, and just a reminder of, like, people from their past that we've learned from, and want to pay homage to them.
So we also have snow peas we're going to do for the first time this year. I love to just eat them straight up out of the garden, so I'm hoping that we can successfully plant those, and we're going to build a new trellis off to the far end, this guy here, and we hope that those are going to turn out right. We also have several different types of pumpkins. I've wanted to grow pumpkins for like 5 years now, and my squash usually takes over all the extra space that we've always had, but our garden is our garden is like 60 by 100 feet, so we have a lot of space now. So we can get all of our zucchini, our spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash will take over the world if you're not careful. And then I finally have the space for all the different types of pumpkins I want to grow. So we have all of them started here. And a lot of our vegetables we start indoors, obviously. I'm sure Paul shared before. We also start a lot of flowers. I do a lot of flowers on my own from seeds and make my own pots, just because when you spend tons of money on flowers and vegetables and then some random rainstorm comes and never ends and you end up with fungus and it kills everything, you're out all the money. So if you start from seeds, you're kind of not out as much and you can always regrow. So that's one thing that I really like about gardening. I also love gardening because it's a family activity. So we don't garden for food just for our own family. We garden for Paul's parents, and they do a lot for us, so they help out a lot in the garden. We also share with other members of our family as well, and we donate a lot of excess vegetables, just because we usually go big on everything and it's not always needed. But it's a good family fun activity. Harvest time seems a little rough sometimes just because it never happens at a good time, but it's all good stuff and everything tastes better when you grow it in your own garden. Oh, something interesting this year that we're not sure how it's going to go is we have ducks, so they get to free roam and they go back to their coop every night. But I'm hoping that they stay out of the garden. Otherwise, we're going to have to put a very big fence up all the way around. And it's going to be difficult. But crossing our fingers, the ducks don't eat everything.
So that's the benefits of this. And Vanessa kind of shared her thoughts. But, you know, we're going to... We'll do this along the way and show how things are going and what we're planting and stuff and how it's coming up. I mean, I got some cool stuff new this year that we'd like to try. Some yard-long beans, like green beans. If they come up, I think they'll be really cool. A bunch of, well, not a bunch, a little row for the girls for sunflowers. Definitely had to get those in. And some peas. We're super late on like sugar. They're sugar babies. We're super late on getting those going. They're like March, but with where we were at fabric wise and stuff, I just wasn't there. Let us know if you have any questions or comments about why we do this. I mean, obviously there's some downsides to it as well. This retracts, and it retracts a lot of heat from the sun and it holds it. It also makes the ground get a little bit on the stiff side if you don't roll it and put it back up. So, you know, we had some examples of that. So there's definitely some downsides to it, but just from a time perspective for us, there's a lot more positives than negatives.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Next video I've already got it recorded. Is before we put this down, of using a little 50-20 Alice Chalmer and a 2-bottom plow that I have to actually turn this and work it. Side note: that was a terrible idea before we put this fabric ground down, because the ground was so worked and it was so nice that it was really airy that all the spikes for this landscape fabric, it just didn't want to stick. And that reminds me, huge drawback: if you don't have it staked down super well and wind comes, it's gone. We had this thing rolled up in the yard because I just didn't have enough stakes. Like the wind would just roll it into like a giant burrito, and we look like the Beverly Hillbillies. And like, she doesn't handle that as well as I do. So
Not a hillbilly.
I'm definitely a hillbilly. So if you're looking at this, buy the stakes and use them. Like, use them every 2 foot. Use them. All right, guys, that's all we have today. Give a thumbs up for Vanessa and say hi, and hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get the subscriptions skyrocketing here this year, since I've got a little bit of help in getting this channel moving some more. So thanks. I'll see you all soon. Actually, that's wrong. Thanks. We'll see you all soon.
Oh.
Have a good rest of your day.